2K just revealed the trailer and all of the info surrounding the Jordan Challenge that's returning to NBA 2K this year. We're going to check out the full trailer first, and then after that, I'm going to cover all of the info you need to know about the Jordan Challenge.
He played with such fury. He was electric on the court.
The thing that always brought the greatness out in him was a challenge.
His greatness benefited the NBA.
This one man changed the game of basketball.
From North Carolina, at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
As soon as I saw him on the court, he was different. All the stars showed up. The best player on the court was Michael Jordan, this junior from the University of North Carolina.
Larry Bird said, "I've just seen God disguised as Michael Jordan."
I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I'm gonna name the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground.
The shrug he gave, and he hit 6 of them in the first half. That was unheard of at that time for anyone, and I get the chills every time.
Kobe emulated his game after Mike, and every time Mike scored, he knew he had to score. That's what you do when you go up against a great player, a.k.a. your idol.
We called that season The Last Dance. Just admired the fact that he set up this shot, set up his player that was defending him, and he got to the space he wanted to get to and take this shot, but I had absolutely no feeling until it went in. Nothing sweeter than what Michael had just done.
Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
Now, I think that trailer looks pretty dope, and we're about to get into all of the information you need to know about the Jordan Challenge. But quickly, if you're new here and you don't want to miss out on all of the other 2K23 news or gameplay when it drops, make sure to subscribe, turn the bell icon on so you don't miss those videos when they go live. Trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before the release of 2K23, so if everybody watching just subscribed, we could hit that number probably today. It says here, in NBA 2K23, the Jordan Challenge consists of 15 unique game experiences beginning from Jordan's humble beginnings at the University of North Carolina and culminating with the final shot he ever took for the Chicago Bulls, one that elevated him to a 6-time NBA champion. The complete presentational package is richer than anything we have ever put together, allowing for each game to look, feel, and sound like it's being played in the actual year it has taken place. In this mode, you'll experience an intricately designed video filter system that aims to recreate the television experience of watching these games as they were originally broadcast in the 1980s and 1990s, with each decade getting its own unique viewing experience. Era-specific broadcast elements that truly capture the technology at the time of each game played. In 1982, you will experience a broadcast that is simple in design and nature. Big block letters, not many graphics. As we progress into the 90s, you will start to see an evolved presentation as technology was improving in leaps and bounds. Seeing is believing on this front, and wait until you see it. A broadcast experience that dives deep into the mode and setting of every game to truly deliver a world-class experience. To make the commentary believable, you need the talent of someone who was there, who lived the entire Jordan experience from every perspective. Joining the commentary team for the Jordan Challenge and NBA 2K23 will be the legendary coach and analyst Mike Fratello. Fratello brings a one-of-a-kind level of authenticity to the game with his keen insight and unique stories that shine a bright light on our commitment to making these games look and feel just right. From North Carolina at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan, we've all seen the iconic Bulls starting lineup introductions featuring the iconic voice of Ray Clay. In order to capture and recreate that chill-inducing moment, we went out and captured a full PA announcer set from Ray Clay to include as the official Bulls PA announcer during those 90s games when he was broadcasting on television sets around the entire world. Each of the 15 Jordan Challenge games feature a pregame interview with a luminary that was part of what made each and every game special. Who better to tell the story of Michael Jordan than teammates, coaches, and those who commentated his games? During your experience, you will be regaled by the likes of Marv Albert, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Dennis Rodman, Phil Jackson, and many more. We think you'll find this touch to be the icing on the cake of a truly remarkable and memorable narrative experience. Challenges. Each of the 15 challenges offer 3 goals for you to hit. Completing a goal earns you a star. Collect 40 stars and you will unlock unique rewards for both my team and my career. If you want to roll through the city and the neighborhood in the Jordan UNC jersey, there will be only one place for you to get it. Gameplay authenticity. The game of basketball has changed much over the course of the last 40 years. Enhancing our on-court experience to support the Jordan Challenge was a major priority for the team this year. The Jordan Challenge is not just the same modern-day gameplay with classic teams and uniforms. We scouted, studied, and made key gameplay changes to fit the feel of each era to make each game feel like time traveling through NBA history. For starters, the game was much slower paced in Jordan's day. In the 80s era games, you will notice a much heavier focus on the post and mid-range game. This is supported through slider settings, AI tendencies, and playbook custom to that era. We also rewrote our transition game for the 1980s. It features tighter transition lanes and more players cutting to the basket with the numbers advantage as opposed to spotting up for three you see in today's NBA. Basketball in the 1980s and 1990s was much more physical than present day. This is accurately modeled in our floor game and in the paint. Hand checking and hard hitting body ups bring a completely different feel to the one-on-one battles compared to the more free-flowing game of today. We also made sure that all the rules like illegal defense are accurately represented properly for each particular game. Playing with Jordan against the bad boy Pistons is probably the most obvious example of where you see the grit and physicality of old school basketball. The Pistons will employ their famous Jordan rules, a set of defensive strategies they use to try to contain MJ. On the signature style front, you'll see our biggest upgrade yet. Magic Johnson has his signature no-look passes, and a number of classic greats have all new jump shot, layup, and dunk packages. We also made every effort to ensure that our dribble move set and finishing moves were error appropriate. This means moves like the Sham God crossover and Euro step layups won't be firing off in the Jordan Challenge games. And of course, the Jordan Challenge wouldn't be complete without capturing some of the big moments that everyone remembers. Jordan's famous shrug against Portland, the 1997 Finals flu game, the shot, and Jordan's famous game winner over Brian Russell to seal his final championship. These are just some of the memories that have been accurately recreated in NBA 2K23. And here are all the Jordan challenges. You have the 1982 National Championship game at the University of North Carolina versus Georgetown. You have the 1984 Team USA basketball scrimmage, the 1986 Eastern Conference first round game 2, the 1988 NBA All-Star game, the 1989 Eastern Conference first round game 5, the 1990 Atlanta Hawks at Chicago Bulls game, the 1990 Chicago Bulls at Cleveland Cavaliers, the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals game 3, the 1991 NBA Finals game 5, the 1992 NBA Finals game 1, the 1995 Chicago Bulls at the New York Knicks, the 1996 NBA Finals Game 6, the 1997 NBA Finals Game 5, the 1997 Chicago Bulls versus Los Angeles Lakers, and the 1998 NBA Finals Game 6. Honestly, I love the attention to detail they put on this, from the gameplay to the old scoreboard to the game looking like it was actually being played during that time to the signature moves. I think this is going to be really fun, and people have been waiting for this to come back, so this should be a pretty big hit this year. Let me know what you think below, and check out this video right here to learn more about NBA 2K23.